Hey guys, what's up? This is Boss here, and today I'm gonna show you guys this deck profile that my friend Jake told me about. So yeah, truth be told, this isn't exactly 100% my deck. My friend Jake, he's been playing this deck for quite a while now, and he just like playing it so much, and he kind of like let me take a look at this deck, and I played it, he played it, and we both enjoy playing this deck to a point where we like to call this deck Gwem Control, because this card Guardian Gwen the Bajords is like the main card, but for this deck, like this card is really good in this deck. It's really vital and important in this deck. The sooner you see her, the better, and then the longer she sticks to the board, the better. Like this card, it does everything. So yeah, with that thing being said, without further ado, I'm just gonna get right down to the deck profile. Um, might as well say this now. This is not your typical run of the mill Despia friended deck. This deck that Jake came up came up with is entirely a completely new, different way for Despia branded deck, and I just happen to like it to a point where I made my own version in comparison to his. So yeah, now on to the deck profile. For the Albus cards, um, three guiding Gwen the Virtuous. Like I said at the beginning of the video, she does everything. She is literally three copies of Foolish Barrier in this deck. Like she does everything. The fact that she is a level Fortuna, it becomes key for not only for building someone into going to players, but this is also really key for going into level 10 synchros in conjunction with your beast deals later on, or if you happen to open a rebellion. And yeah, yeah, she, like I said, she really does everything. Like she is like just that good. The main target for Garden Web to be foolish right from the deck is of course the Blazing Criticia the Virtuous. Uh, I like to call this too. The Gwem is Gothic Woman number one. Criticia is Gothic Woman number two. She is basically two copies of Polymerization, which is searchable in the main deck. Like she like the Gwem is a level 4 tuner, which is like the Gwem is really key for going into level 10 synchros, not just so wait the fuse during your turn and also during your opponent's turn. And in conjunction with Gwem, that's like the main way of interaction that you have with your opponent during their turn. So yeah, she's really good. It's a way to fuse. You can synchro with her, and during the advance, if a fusion monster is sent to the graveyard during the advance, it just comes right back to your hand. So it's also a recursion card. So yeah, got to go on number one, got to go on number two. Now the Demon Child, three copies of Vulnerable Albaz. This is this ratio of, of playing three Albaz is what I kind of come to be on. I'm not really sure how many Vulnerable Albaz Jake plays in his deck, but I decided to go with three. Yes, this can become clunky and breaky as I see fit. Going first. By going second, this is a searchable technically whatever of a magnemite. So it's in that regard, this is technically three copies of Super Body that is searchable, and in conjunction with Quem, that's also another with the fuse. And during your opponent's turn in condition Kotesha, that's another second way to like interrupt your opponent's plays during their turn. So three copies of Alves for now might bump it down, but I'm not quite sure yet. The last Albus card that I'm playing is Albion the Shrouded Dragon. This is basically Foolish and Upstart all in one card because this can dump Albus to the graveyard, which then you can shuffle its up back to the bottom of the deck to draw one card. So technically, in conjunction with Gwem, if I have already Cortesia in my hand, I dump this and then special summon this card since Albion is treated as Albaz while in the graveyard. So I can use Cortesia as an extender. So yeah, but to be told, this card is mainly here for an upstart in the deck to make it a 39 card deck. So yeah, those are the opposite cards. Now for the Bestials, as I mentioned, I played quite a bit. Three copies of Bestial Rebellion, three copies of Bestial Magnamit, two copies of Serenor, one Jerusalem, and the one Baldric. The Baldric and the Jerusalem is mainly here for like interruption during that turn, going either first or second. Sarania is basically another two copies of Bullish Burial. In this time because I find myself that the best opening hand in this the best opening hand in this deck is either Rebellion, Guam, and in conjunction with another Bistio, the Saronia is technically the best one out of all the Bistios. In this thing I find because Saronia it provides more utility to the deck as is this card sometimes is more compared to the other base changer in conjunction with the cards that I play in the main deck because this is technically a branded card as well. So yeah, so there's a synergy there, and three Megalomon because it searches like how like more than half of the deck, and Rebellion because it's Rebellion, and in this deck there are three targets for it. So yeah, those are the Bestials. Now for the real spies, I play three also synchron. So this card in conjunction with the Bestials is really good because if your opening hand has a Rebellion along with this card, you can use Rebellion's effect to get to a Bestial. Likely is for me, I search either the Magnum or the Saronir, and then from there, I either normal the Gwem or the Katesha, and then if I normal the Katesha, I use back the fuse to go into Gwena, use Gwena back the dump, and then from there, I use either the Saronir or the Magnemite that I search about the Rebellion to bring them out, and then I special summon this, and boom, right there is Exo Synchro Stardust, which gives you a level 10 Synchro. So yeah, in that regard, this is also really good. And in conjunction with the Rebellion, it's also good because that's boom, that's another 10 right there. So yeah, it's a really also Synchro is a really good extender. In this deck, I feel like. Now I play some Chaos Dragons, which I play three. The Black Dragon, the White Dragon, and the Chaos Dragon Lebonier. These two are kind of obvious because you cannot play you cannot play one without the other. Especially the White Dragon in conjunction with the Bestials, it gives you full usage of the Chaos Angel and Lavinia. This was Mercuria before, but I feel like Mercuria is hard to use in this deck. I feel like so I decided to go with Lavinia because there are Polano Darks and Lights in the deck where I can make full usage of these cards to blow up two cards on the field without targeting. And then this card works really well with also Synchro as well. So because you can go into the level 10 Synchro with it as well. So yeah, this card has many utility in the deck. So yeah, those are the monsters. Now for branded spell traps. I play two copies of Branded and High Spirits to mainly get the Gwen. This card is really good with Saronia because you technically don't three cards. Three cards. Three cards with it because Branded in High Spirit, discard the Saronia, discard the send Albion from the extra deck to the graveyard, search the Gwen, and then at the end of it, you basically plus two, depending on the burst and also depending on the hand. But basically, this is only here to get to Gwen. I thought about playing three, but I think it's a little tricky, so I decided to play two. Other branded cards are Brandon Regan and Brandon Red. Brandon Regan is obvious. This is how you grind with your opponent during your turn and also during their turn. And it's also absurd. And Brandon Red because I wanna have a branded card that's a quick play that's searchable through Albion to have interaction. Uh, with my opponent during their turn, other than to having to rely on the Gwen and the contested player. And Brandon Ray, it kind of like fits that bill like quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, and the last two branded cards I tried cards, which is branded base and Etudo the branded. Etudo the branded how you synchro during their turn, and this is a Macrocosmos. Basically, as long as it will Beast Steel on board and Branded Beast is pretty much self-explanatory. So yeah, those are the branded special traps. Now to run out the main deck, there are literally utility cards, contingency cards, quote unquote, which are the three copies of Chaos Space to get to Rebellion basically. This also such as Lavinia and the Black and White Dragons. Three copies of tuning to get to the also synchron. And the last three cards are bold colors in the form of three Book of Eclipse for the Pearly matchup. Alright, so yeah, that is a main deck. It's a 40 card main. Not with the extra deck. Extra deck it needs kind of work. But for now, I'm playing two Gwen now. This is basically the new Kid Kalos for Despia, branded, and also in this deck. Two copies of Albion. This is how you flows. I find myself that I hardly go into this guy like hard fusion into it. But in the case where I find myself hard fusing into this card, this is how you go to the how you go into the next special card, which is the Mirror Jade, beautiful Starlight Rare, because it's actually quite hard to go into Mirror Jade because this deck is not playing like branded fusion cards like branded fusions, branded openings, or cards like fusion deployment, but if I can go into our Albion with the Gwen Cortesia Albus play, that play, I go into an Albion by using the Albus and Daylight monster to go into Albion, and then Albion effect balances up and the Albus, and then go into Mirror Jade for another form of interruption. Speaking of Albion, the other form of Albion the Sanctuary, is great. It's good in this deck. One Titaniclad to basically going to get into Gwem during the end phase. One Rim Broom. This deck I feel like don't technically need a scar, but this is technically another way of interruption through your opponent's board if you have an Albus and Grab without having to rely on Gwem. So this is another way how I can do it. So I play Rimburn for that. Number synchros. One Exo Synchro Stardust. You guys already know how busted this card is. One Beast of Despair. Cause nuts in this deck is actually quite broken. One Chaos Angel, obligatory. One Burn the Floor, self-explanatory. The one Crimson Dragon. This is literally LP, Piston, and Agripane. All in one card. There's a really neat play that you can do because the next card, Lulu Willard, happens to be a level top synchro monster, which you can actually go into in one of two ways. The one way is you hard make it by either synchroning the Gwen or the Kadesha with the rebellion, and or you can use Gwen as tag out effect where they activate a monster effect to split summon monsters, tag out into this, and then if you have Etude over the branded, which can be such of a rebellion, you can use Gwenga no expect tag out into this card, and then use Etude of the branded the synchro if you have a Gwen Contestation or a rebellion. Go into Crimson Dragon effect, target the Ruler Willet, shuffle it back to the extra deck, and then Calamity Lock them. Yep. Who knows branded Despia can Calamity Lock? Well, this deck can certainly can. So yeah, that is pretty much the deck. This deck obviously is not perfect. It's not great. It's just a fun, unique, interesting fun deck that I just have a load of fun playing it because current meta is kind of meh. It's boring right now. So yeah, just the Evil Forward showing you guys my Gwen control deck, and just Evil Forward signing out. Peace out, guys. Peace out.